everyone, and welcome back to What If Deku Had a Carnage Mutation Quirk.
Last time, recap. We went through Deku's past, mutations, experiments, kill count, as you will, because that's practically what it was. So yeah. What's happening is that All For One's getting a little antsy on what's about to happen. And yeah. What I did the last time was All Might try to find him, couldn't. And yeah, that's what happened. So now we're in present. You know, I believe I gave him Carnage or Savage name, and I believe I gave him that name. So yeah, you know, Savage is just going around. Okay, Deku's name is Savage, and then Carnage's name is Carnage. I'm not changing it. So yeah, so you know, Savage is just rolling around, or Deku's just rolling around the streets like. You know. People just looking for Deku, pretty sure. I think. I can't remember much, but anyways, it's been a while. So I was gonna make a part 2 originally a little bit before this day, but I was like, I'm not gonna be able to remember to make a part 2, so I was like, oh, why not? So yeah, as I was saying, I believe. Was it Dom? No. I believe, okay, so yeah, Todoroki, Momo, I believe he bunked with Toga. And I don't know if I had Dabi yet. I don't know if I had the story. But if I did, I might just, outcast that and just, remake that part where they met. So, things are happening. Savage is just going through town, killing every villain in sight. No mercy, just recklessly just destroying everyone or anything. So yeah, just being Carnage and whatnot. So yeah. And let's say Nezu got a hurt of this. A monster or a quirk, some type of quirked person attacking villains or killing them. And it seems that Eraserhead's not able to stop them.
So what happens
Is that they decide to get a task force of like at least a group of like 5 heroes or whatnot. Why not? Like a group of 5 heroes. While all this is happening, Toga's just in the apartment. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, apartment. They're just like, she's just chilling. Like, she's just watching the news. I'm like, hey, you on TV? Let's say she got a phone on her. She calls up Deku, like, hey, you on TV? And it's like,
Yeah, I know I'm on TV.
I don't care for that. So I don't care for fame. Fame has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I'm cleaning up what heroes are afraid to do and what they don't have the courage to do. So, anyways, I'll bring back the groceries. I'll be back in a bit of while. I'll be in a while. So yeah. So yeah, that happened. Deku's, he looks for an alleyway. Let's say let's say he found an alleyway with like no people in general and just, shape-shifted back to, himself. Let's say there's a store nearby, so, he has money, because, if you're gonna kill a person, might as well, like, if you're gonna kill a villain or something like that, might as well take that money. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's kill or be killed, so, as I said before, it's kill or be killed in Carnage's head, so, you know. Carnage is also smart due to Deku. I'm pretty sure Carnage, the only reason Carnage is smart in this one is because, you know, Deku's brain, and, you know, I mean, he's still smart, he's still pretty smart, but just, he's a little bit smarter than Kenneth, not by much, but at least, like, a good 10%, 5% smarter than Canon Deku, so yeah. You know, things are happening. He buys groceries and whatnot, and then he, you know, bumps into a specific, how would you say, person. A specific, And I gotta think, did I make Dabi a girl in this one? I can't remember. I might have to revisit some of my videos. But I don't think I did, though. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, he meets Dabi. You know, they talk and whatnot. You know, they end up getting along, and, you know, somewhat, you know, they just went to his house, I guess, because, you know, I guess Carnage does have at least sympathy for, like, the weak, so, you know, he'll, like, hey, you homeless? I got you. You can live with me if y'all want. I already got another person. We got, like, what, a 5-bedroom apartment, so, yeah, you know, why not? I got you. I practically own an entire floor on my own. I believe it's the top floor. Yeah, it's the top floor I own. Yeah. So yeah, this man practically owns the entire floor of an apartment complex practically. He owns like 10 different rooms. There's detail. So, you know, let's say, you know what? No, I'm not gonna have him meet Spinner just yet, because I'm pretty sure the crowd is gonna. He's practically a Stain, but like if Stain doesn't hesitate with his job, so you know, it is what it is, and you know, things happen. If you see the 4th new picture I added is gonna be his Berserker state, or you know, his Savage state. That is when he absorbs a decent amount of people and practically becoming a Red Hulk or a Carnage Hulk practically. So yeah, I'm not gonna give him just yet until I find a perfect way to enter it into the storyline. So yeah. So what happens? Carnage is just chilling. You know, he got all the groceries and whatnot. He stacked. Realistically, he got that money. So yeah. Let's say he does have a job due to making things, you know, making sure people or like spies or anything don't see him suspicious. And he has a construction job. So yeah, he has a construction job, and at his job, he is helping, you know, Ochako Araka with some lifting of metals. You know, Ochako just thinks he has a minor strength quirk to, you know, lift, like, you know, steel beams. But no. My man got an entire he got an entire lake inside of him of blood. Like, all that blood he absorbs becomes compressed inside of his body, making his skin and everything inside of him a lot more harder, like a rock, and like eventually, you know, after, because you know, this man, I'm pretty sure I made this man take out an entire flippin' town at this point. Like, I believe he destroyed a lab, like a decent amount of months. Wait, did I hit the month mark? Anyways, all that he was doing in that time was just, you know, killing people, so, you know, he gained a lot of things. He gained a lot of blood, and a lot of blood means he gets stronger. So, yeah, you know, let's say, All Might and Nezu and Eraserhead are on that. We need to find this dude before he kills anyone else and bring him to justice. Because they think it's a man. Because, look how tall this man is. He's practically, he's not tall, but, like, he's still pretty tall to be an adult. So, yeah, people think he's an adult, but no. He's just a teen. A very angry teen that wants revenge on the villain society and also hero society due to, heroes not helping him. Because, let's say the way they got him was by killing Inko Midori. Let's say Inko, instead of having a gravity quirk or like a levitation quirk, she had like a sentient quirk. Yeah, sentient quirk, where she can bring like little toys and whatnot to life. And then let's say the father had something called protection, where it was like a Gara-san type of vibe. But like instead it was like an air-based, Hisashi had like an air-based protection, where he has like a field, a sentient field that protects him. And that mixed in with a field equals Carnage. Don't ask why, because physiology is just, it's on. Quirks are just random at this point. So yeah. I'll say it's just like an evolution, practically. Yeah, Hisashi still hasn't found out. He's still, overseas. He went to go get some milk over the seas. So, over the seas. So, yeah. He's in this state, of course. Because, every time he does find a big place, a decent place to, make a cocoon, a Carnage cocoon, like they did in the animated series of Spider-Man when Venom tried to, cocoon Peter Parker in one of the animated series to, fully connect. They couldn't find that, and every time he would try to do that in the vault, Ochako was like, no. You do that, we all dead. I ain't doing that. So, he has flamethrowers. Before he escaped, they did have, some type of flamethrower, so that's where he got his, normal fire immunity from. And if you don't know why I added Dabi again from, I believe I had Dabi in the what deku with the glitch, so yeah. Why? Because Dabi's practically his weakness. Why? Because I said he's immune to normal fire. I didn't say anything about blue fire. Yeah, so practically Dabi right now is the only known, weakness besides, noise. And even so, I barely see helicopters in My Hero Academia. We mostly see people flying around, jumping around, or using flipping quirks to go around places. So yeah. He's smart, like Deku Smart, like, Blue fire hurt me. You must be good alliance. Me, you create alliance. We good buddies. You help me, I help you. I give you a place to stay, practically. That's how Carnage sees it, because, Carnage is a little bit smart. Because, he's like, because, he, over the time, he would get smarter or gain more sentience, but, I'm not going to make him as sentient, or, I'm not going to make him his own being. Because due to, I don't want to make him exactly like Carnage in the comics or in the movie. Or whatever movie that's about to come out, Venom 2, just saying. But anyways. Yeah. He's gonna have a certain type of things. So yeah, it's gonna be his instincts practically. So stuff's happening. And after a while, Deku finally found a decent place to do that. And let's say when, back to Sledge Villain. Let's go, flashback. Yeah, why not? Flashback. Let's say Snipe was there. He was on the rooftop, trying to, do something, but he couldn't. And then he saw this red thing, this red monster. You know, he was like, I bet that's another villain just doing things. So, you know, he was like, bet, tracking check. Douche, 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 douche. He shot like 5 rounds into my man, Izuku. You know, Izuku didn't feel it because, you know, he was running away at like a flippin' fast pace, so he didn't really feel it. All he felt was adrenaline trying to save, you know, Bakugo, big Bakugo. So, you know. So, yeah. I mean, the only reason he saved Bakugo was because, you know, he still wants to become a hero. So, yeah. So, you know, the squad, I believe it was All Might, Nezu, Eraserhead, and let's say Snipe as well, with Midnight, why not? Maybe Mount Lady, depending, let's say maybe Mount Lady's the backup, yeah. Let's say just in case, you know, they didn't get it, so, you know, he's in, like, some type of farmhouse, you know, Deku's some type of farmhouse trying to, you know, complete the symbiosis. And, you know, bam! All Might was like, I'm here! And, you know, Carnage, he gotta know. He was like, why? Can I not fully bond with my host? Like, I gotta, like, cause, you know, he is, like, Carnage is his blood, but you forgot, like, he still has his brain and whatnot. Like, complete fusion, so, meaning that, as soon as the complete fusion is done, he's automatically just blood alone. He's blood alone with, like, you know, organs and whatnot. And like that weird infinite inventory thing, like, absorbs into him, but he can also take it out at the same time and tap away. So yeah. So a bit better symbiosis than Cletus Cassidy, I guess, with this with Carnage. So yeah. But I mean, it already was better since, you know, it was his blood, but now it's gonna be more. So, you know, personalities are about to mix, and man, they about to have the most. It's practically like Nightmare Batman. They're about to form Nightmare Batman. This dude will wreck your stuff, bro. He will vibe check the entire city in one night. like, wow. Like, so yeah. So, you know, both personalities of, you know, Carnage and Savage Deku are trying to, you know, fuse, but they like, you know, Nezu's there. He's like, what is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? What can this be? You know, he tried to poke it, but as soon as Nezu tried to poke it, All Might was like, yoinks Nezu away because, you know, a spike came out of the cocoon. And, you know, the cocoon, let's say Nezu starts to get a grip where it's like a butterfly, how it's mutation, like mutating into, you know, a caterpillar into a butterfly. So, you know, they can't do anything because, you know, if they do, they can't really, you know, if any part, like the webs on the cocoon try to move, like if anybody tries to touch them, you know, spikes will just impale them. And, you know, let's say All Might tried it the hard way because, you know, he tried to do, Detroit Smack! No. This man's like, he didn't get impaled, but it was like, it was weird. It was like, it didn't go, like the spike didn't go through him, but it sure well yeeted him. Like across the entire, like, you know, farmland. So, you know, this man knocked out, bro. Actually, no, I'm not gonna make him that weak. I'm not gonna make All Might that weak, but, you know, he let's say he was, like, you know, he wasn't using that much of one for us. You know, he thought a good 5% will work. So, you know, was he wrong? He underestimated. So, you know, Nezu shut that entire, you know, touching the cocoon fully. You know, he shut that thing down. Like, nope. We wait until he comes out of here. And if you want to know why the cocoon is able to, you know, defend itself, you know, it's made out of blood. You know, who else is about to be made out of blood soon enough? Deku and Carnage. So, you know, I mean, they're about to become one. So, I mean, as you will, kind of like a Venom Carnage, as you will, if you know who Venom Carnage is. So, yeah, the timeline where Carnage killed Venom. So, you know, it's kind of like that. type of way. So yeah. You know, they do try to communicate. Like Nezu does try to communicate, but let's say they try to, you know, that thing they use in like the Venom movies, like that frequency thing where it detects like nuclear or whatever, like I don't know, like that noise thing where it goes around and it shows like some type of energy readings or something. Yeah. They let's say they had like an entire lab outside the farmhouse. So you know, they put that thing, and as soon as that thing turned on, you know, the entire, you know, yeah, the entire thing just started to shake. So yeah, Carnage was like, nah, I don't like loud noise. Yeah, he penetrated the machine, destroying it. And, you know, Nezu took note of this, of the cocoon destroying the machine. They don't like high noises. So, you know, Nezu still like he doing research on this thing. And let's say Endeavor tries to do this. Endeavor tries to, you know, fire, because you know they call Endeavor because like, hey, can you try to remove this thing so we can, you know, imprison the person inside. So you know. Endeavor was like, Phoenix fire! And you know, Carnage take that like a flippin' boss. Carnage was like, oh. You think normal fire will take it? No. I need blue fire to take me down. Type of way. So yeah. People were surprised that, you know, he could stand the Phoenix fire from flippin' Endeavor, so everyone was like, I don't want to know what happens if this thing opens up. So, you know, they try to crack it open, you know, with projectiles, because, you know, if they try to touch it, that it's going to kill them. You know, they tried bullets, they tried fire, they tried no... Until, you know, Nezu decided to, you know, get a speaker, get a large-ass speaker, and then blast it, that music. Let's say they try to find someone with a good sound quirk. And, you know, here comes Jiro's mom. So, you know, Jiro's mom was like, bah. So, you know, they call Jiro and Jiro's mom, you know. So, you know, it has to be a loud flippin' frequency. So, you know, they activate it. You know, the entire cocoon starts shaking, like, rapidly, like, you know, let's say he was like 60%, so this man had to take torture. Like Carnage was really trying to protect his host and become one of his hosts, so you know, he like is practically like one being, so they can practically they're one and the same. So you know, he's like ah. So you know, yeah. So you know, he's trying his hardest to hold on, like. They do see the signal, like he's almost like getting torn apart by the music, but it's just not. It's not enough yet though, to like, you know, rip him off or you know, have the cocoon torn back into the cocoon. So, you know, yeah. So, you know, over a couple of days they tried the same thing. You know, Izuku's getting weak, and you know, let's say Izuku made a specific call. He like. Hey Dabi. Hey Dabi. No, that's like more Shigaraki or something. Hey Dabi. No, that's not good. You know, it was like, hey Dabi, I might need your help because, you know, people are trying to like distract me from fusing. So can you pull up and like distract them until like a day is over, until like 100 hours are over? Because, you know, that's like my limit. And Dabi was like, 100 hours? What the fuck? My guy, what are you doing? You know, Dabi does, you know, Toga and Dabi go there like, this ain't gonna be easy. Well, dang. You know, let's say Dabi knew Spinner beforehand, or I mean, beforehand. You know, Spinner's in the group as well. Spinner goes in there, so you know, they like after everyone leaves and like, you know, ready for the night. You know, they're in their tents. You know. Dabi and Spinner and Toga, you know, they're you know, putting barricades, like, not like heavy duty barricades, but like chicken wire, I guess. Or like tape. Something to cover, Izuku, so, they don't bother him. And, let's say they do have night shift. So, it was Toga's job to, put on, like, the defense, that little defense, like, chicken wire or something like that. To, make sure. So, yeah. And, after a while, after, like, 50 hours, Deku becomes, the cocoon turns into a giant meatball. And then after, the 100 hours are over, after like a week and some change, I think. Yeah, after, or like 2 weeks and decent amount. So, right as when All Might and like Endeavor and like every other hero was trying to, do like a combined move or something, or like, trying their best to open it eventually, they find that someone's been messing with their technology. Actually, I don't know. Let's say it was like at least a good 10 days, because I'm not making it up. Wait, hold up. Is it 100 hours? Or like, let's say just, no. Let's say it was just let's say it was like a 3-day thing. Like a 3-day thing. Or just 100 hours. I'm pretty sure that'd be like, I don't know time and whatnot, but let's say it was a decent amount of time. Let's say it took like, let's say it took like 3 days or no. Let's say it took like let's say it took like a day, but like 10 hours. It took 10 hours. Okay, so yeah, let's like all the time had passed, but like the main portion of the time was like 10 hours. Because I'm decreasing it dramatically due to that'd be pretty boring. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't really, they wouldn't really do that for them, because it's within 100 days. I mean, yeah. So it's 10 hours. They pop out as soon as they try to have like their third try at opening it. Dabi and like the other the three come out of nowhere. Toga, Dabi, and Spinner come out of nowhere. Like, Spinner got that giant knife sword, so he's like, smash! Big sword smash! Practically. So yeah. Heroes like, what the flip happened? Because, they know if they get caught, Carnage would just set them free. They know this by now. So they're not worried about getting caught. So, after a while, the meatball, like, after, like, the 5-hour mark, it turns into a meatball. And then, it becomes hard. Like, the blood meatball becomes hard, and, yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Inside of it's forming something huge, something big. Specifically, this thing. Right about now. Yeah, this the giant behemoth of a thing. This thing comes out, and, so, they're finally one, like, the personalities that's finally, combined and whatnot. So it's like a super mutation, right? Like the ultimate mutation, or like perfect mutation, perfect symbiosis. So yeah. Carnage. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Carnage for now. Carnage comes here, like, oh, so how, in the middle of the fight, it's practically like a mini war, because, like, they still trying to prevent damage. I'm pretty sure All Might's one punch will destroy the entire farmhouse, but, like, let's say due to, reasons they couldn't destroy the farmhouse because, it was owned by, like, farmers. Yeah, they couldn't destroy the farmhouse, so, they're like, in the middle of a war, like a mini war, like, let's say All Might went back to, Yue and whatnot, like, the main cast, Aizawa and all that. So all there is like, what? Snipe, Midnight, and let's say Mount Lady was there as well. So yeah, they're there. No. Okay, so let's say instead of, the main cast being there, let's say Mount Lady, Snipe, and Midnight were only there. Like, they found it, they got the call, you know, they needed backup and they called each other, so yeah. Mount Lady, so Nezu, Eraserhead, and All Might don't know anything about this. They try to, you know, handle it themselves. They think they can handle it themselves, so you know, 3v3, so yeah, you know. They call All Might, like, no. Who do they call? They want to call All Might because, you know, it's. I'll say they call, like, Endeavor. Why not? So, you know, Endeavor's like,
what you have? What you want?
I'm trying to train my boy Shoto to become a weapon of #1 to beat All Might and whatnot. So, yeah. He comes down, he's like, I'm angry and I'm flipping annoyed. Now, back off, you weaklings. I'm about to show you how a true hero does it. How a good hero does it. You know, Dabi's like,
This will be fun.
you know, douche, cremation. You know, he's fighting Dabi, you know. Right at that point, you know, that red and blue blast wakes up Deku like,
It's finally complete.
Carnage has awakened. Wait, no, that's my shockwave voice. That's a what if I'm doing. Hold up. So yeah.
I've awakened.
What's the, you know, he sees his friends and like, hey, what's poppin'? You know, Toga's like, she's behind a wall, like flipping flipping in a war, like, hey, yo, what the flip took you so long? It took like 10 hours, like, the 5 good hours, like, we were good, like, we didn't have anybody near you when it was 5 hours right now. Now it's the last 5 hour mark, and you know, I mean, it's now, since this 5 other hours, we've been fighting these heroes to hold them back, and now Endeavor's here. So, like, you know, can you, like, hurry up and get, like, do something? Like, what you doing? Like, can you, like, come on, like, so, you know, he's angry because, like, I'm awake because of this. So, you know, he got that angry face, and, you know, a smile creeps upon his face. Like, he does, like, a little screech, and, you know, everyone hears it, so everyone looks back, and they, you know, they see Carnage, like, Carnage is free. Carnage is free. Rip and tear. You know, anything against his friends or anything against him is instant death certificate, you know. He charges at Endeavor. Endeavor's like,
hold up.
You know, does his fire, Phoenix Fire, and, you know, let's say he does his Phoenix Fire, and Dabi was like, bro, I don't know how to do this BS, bro. Can you, like, help me? And, you know, he gets in the way, like,
Get behind me.
and, you know, Deku starts to grow, you know. He becomes, like, you know, Venom Red Hulk. So he's like,
Is that all you have, old man?
yeah, that's gonna take a lot more to kill me. You know, Endeavor's like, somebody survived my Phoenix Fire? What is this? So, you know, the news has this, you know, the news finally found, you know, the farm place. You know, the news, there's a battle, you know, it's going all over the boards and whatnot. You know, there's a battle of heroes, so yeah. So, I've awakened and I've been bothered for 5 hours. Can I not get some sleep?
Venom! You
know, everyone hears that voice, they're like, oh my, yeah, not you again. You know, he becomes, you know, 3rd stage. He was like, flip this BS, I'm going all out. You know, he's in his angry, sleepy, and flipping a hungry form. He's like, I eat you, practically. You know, him and you know, like, you know, he's surprising that All Might's pretty powerful. You know, he's like, what is this BS? I thought I was the strongest thing on this earth. What the flip? Hold up! Oh, that's a major punch. You know, Carnage starts to, you know, struggle with the flipping impact. You know, like, you know, parts of him don't fall off, but, you know, he feels the shockwaves. It's like, okay, yo, Dabi, do you know anyone with, like, teleportation or, like, any type of quirk to, like, you know, vanish? So, like, I can only handle, like, I don't know, like, a bit of this dude's power left, and, you know, I can't do this. This is, like, you know, do something quickly? Like, what? Like, I'm not full power, like, I mean, I'm full power, but I haven't hit my full potential yet. Because, you know, just letting you know, his body count is at least 1,000 by now. Or probably a little bit over 1,000. So, you know, he's killed a decent amount of people. I can't do this alone. Come on. You know, Dabi gets his chance with, like, Toga, Spinner. You know what to do. You know, Spinner has, like, this little tiny white ball. You know, he throws it on the ground. Doosh! Smoke forms. Ninja smoke, practically. You know, everyone gets yeeted out of battle by Spinner. He's like, come with me, got you, okay. You know, Toga and Spinner, you know, they stop their fights to, you know, escape. Or, like they threw their, you know, smoke grenades and whatnot. So, you know, all there is like, you know, Carnage. And Carnage is like, I will not lose! Because, you know, Alpha flipping, this dude's like, he is an animal at this point, because, you know, he thinks he's on the top of the food chain, so, you know, I will not escape. I am not a chicken. So, you know, they leave him. They're like, we'll get him later. So, you know, all my, like, you know, his time is running out. So, you know, he has, like, go beyond Plus Ultra! Detroit Smash! You know, this dude got yeeted so flippin' far. I'm sorry, but I know my man powerful, but he ain't that powerful. 100% flippin' Detroit Smash. This dude went yeeted like a flippin' disc. That's all you heard from how fast this man got punched. Like, he did, like, the only thing that was, like, changing the fight in his, like, defense was his speed. But besides that, all the other heroes were, like, you know, they were just side steps. Because, you know, they were still doing damage, but, you know, if it was only him and All Might, he would have gotten All Might, you know, with deadly force. So, you know, he was like, I'm done. You know, he doesn't go back into, you know, his human form, but, you know, he goes into his first stage like, okay, I'm done. So, you know, they capture him for now. They capture him after a while. How do you say? They put him in like a glass cage, like a bulletproof glass cage or something like that. Like, they got metal, they got titanium, they got glass, like anything to keep this man from escaping, practically. You know, they question him, like, what are you? What is your purpose and whatnot, BS? Form Carnage. Yeah. So, you know. Yeah, everything's happening, so everything is going fast, you know, until, you know, everyone just hears, a portal open up, a purple portal. And we go back to the rest of the team. It's been a couple of days, so, you know. Let's say the only reason they have it is because, let's say, Shigaraki was looking for, you know, teammates, and, you know, he would allow them to use Kodagiri only if they help, only if they join, so, you know, they joined League of Villains, and, you know, Carnage was like, goodbye, All Might. So, you know, everyone's like, you know, All Might smashing the glass like, douche, trying to, you know, break it open, and by the time he breaks it open, you know, my boy Deku already gone. He's like, yeah. And, you know, this man just sitting in like a crisscross position, like, so, he's in his human form by now. He's like, so, why did it take you so long to flip it out me? It was like, well, I was like in there for a week, a decent week. So, yeah, you know, he is a little, like, not angry, but annoyed. A little angry, I guess. Yeah, he's pretty angry. But, you know, he doesn't show it, so... Who's no lips over here? Who's no lips? You know, Shigaraki's like, what did he say? What did he say? I can easily disintegrate you, right? You know, as soon as this man had threatened the Carnage, he was like, I will kill you where you stand. You know, a spike was right at Shigaraki's throat, like pointing right at Shigaraki's throat, like just an inch, So, you know, there's a good distance, an inch distance. You know, Shigaraki's like, okay, I'll stop talking now. Carnage doesn't know that Shigaraki is, all for one's successor, so, they were like, but, all for one told Shigaraki about Carnage and whatnot, and, like, we gotta bring him back. So, nobody knows this, and then until, a monitor pulls up, and, let's say they put Deku, like, they portaled him to, like, a room, like in the main area, like a cage of electricity, electrified cage. So, he's like, where am I? He's screaming because he can't get out because he wants electricity. So, you're the one Master told me about. So, Carno's like. He looks directly at Dabi, Toga, and Spinner. He was like, bruh, I literally just escaped this place last month. Why am I back here? Like, I cannot go without a month without being stuck in here. Like, come on, like, group, come on, you gotta be smarter than this. He was like, I did not know that, okay? So, as soon as the cage forms, Toga, Dabi, and, Spinner were like, yo, what's the meaning of this, dog? Yo, what's the meaning of this? They're like, oh, this is just an experiment. Sub, this is experiment S-U-B. Sub, super ultimate being. It's one of Master's creations. No, he is not. I am not your Master's creation. I am Dr. Ochiko's flipping creation. Even so, I'm none of your creation since, y'all killed my father, so, oh yeah, also, how's your father's hand? Shigaraki's like, can't we just kill a master? And then, the monitor pops up like,
No, young Tomura. We must keep him alive.
so yeah. Everything happens, there's a little, that bar fight that happens in canon. But, with a bit more people, and, Kurogiri has to, teleport, like 17 different hands, because, Carnage, like, it was, but let's say the things were a little bit too big, the squares for the cave were a little bit too big. So, he at least was able to have, has some of his limbs, escape. But, he was still electrified, so, there's a little electric barrier, so he was only able to let, fingers, extend his fingers, So, yeah, as soon as the portal opened, Carnage was like, Bleh! I just found my way out, because, let's say they cut a Gary accidentally, instead of putting the portals in the cage, he put the portals outside, one of the portals to his fingers outside, or outside on the table. So he was like, Carnage, as soon as this man saw that, he was like, bah. He jumps, he slowly but surely jumps through, Shigaraki doesn't notice, but until, he's already gone, he notices, Deku cracks him like, oh, about time. I'm tired of being in a cage. So, where's your master? I'm planning to take off his other hand. So yeah. Kurogiri tries to, portal him back into the cage. But this man was like, nah, I can't touch this. You know, because, you know, he's prepared now. He got his speed and whatnot. And let's say this is the entrance exam, while the entrance exam is happening and whatnot. Or like a day before the entrance exam, he was like, I did steal a phone from All Might, so I'm like, you know, because, you know, I'm pretty sure Carnage can manipulate voices. I think. I don't know for sure, but let's say just for plot convenience, he can. Oh, yeah, you know, everyone's phone goes off. Like, at least, like, everyone that's, like, you know, trying to look for Deku while, you know, he's escaped the glass cage. So, you know, they find his location because, you know, the All Might has a tracker on his phone. So, you know, they found his location. You know, everything happens a lot more earlier. Like, them finding the base. So, you know, Carnage grabs Kurogiri like, you come with me. I need you. You know, Carnage forces Kurogiri to, you know, teleport them, you know, to their base. So, you know, they destroy all the technology they got, you know. Let's say they have like a technology here where they can track down on technology. Yeah, let's say that. So, you know, Kurogiri, let's say Deku has been working on a quirk canceling collar or like something, so, you know, quirk canceling item. So, you know, he puts it around Kurogiri. There you go, now you can't escape. That's what you get for flipping, putting me in a cage again. So, you know, everything happens. And yeah. Like, and then after like a week, no, let's say the entrance exam is a little bit farther. Or like, let's say the 10 months starts, like another 10 months or something. So, you know, due to, let's say, none of the teachers were prepared, so they gave the students 10 more months due to, you know, there was a fight, All for One and All Might fight was a lot more earlier, so the heroes were there as League of Villains. Let's say the League of Villains did manage to get like a lot of their villains. So, you know, they're fighting like entire armies, like the villain versus heroes kind of thing. And they get 10 more months. So, you know, after that, you know, the entrance exam happens. They don't meet Uraraka. Carnage don't meet Uraraka. And, you know, he has talked to Nez. He was like, bro, it's my mutation quirk. I gotta do this, bro. If I don't do this, I don't survive, you know. Nezu understands. He is, first off, he's planning to call the police on, you know, Deku. But, you know, after hearing them, he's like, I bet. So just a misunderstanding. Yeah, so a big misunderstanding. So, yeah. The only reason he allows him to go to UA is to keep, you know, eye on him so, you know, he doesn't do anything. But he does say to Midori to, like, you know, low down on killings. So, yeah. He gets, because let's say he's not trying to raise any suspicion, so he gets, like, 5th place. Yeah, why not? He gets, like, 7th, 6th place. He gets the same, he gets the same stage as he did in Canon. Same place in Canon, so yeah. He goes to 1A, and, you know, 1A is like, bro, didn't we see this man on the news? And then, you know, explains everything, like, yeah, just a big misunderstanding and whatnot. He has to do these specific things to, you know, survive and live. Without them, you know, he can't, you know, stay alive. So, yeah.
So, yeah.
I know it seems like I'm rushing it, but I don't see any reason on me not rushing it. So, you know, let's say the quirk exam Deku gets. So Bakugo got like 750, I think. I can't remember. And then let's say Izuku got like 800. So just like 50 more than Bakugo. Bakugo's angry. Like, you loser, I didn't need your help that day. You know, he starts bullying him. You know, as soon as he, you know, goes to, you know, beat up Deku, Aizawa was like, nah, bro, quirk erase. So yeah, they even told Aizawa, like, bro, we need to keep this man in our grasp so he don't do anything, you know, anything else. So yeah. So after that, what else should I do? The Training Forest arc, should I do that now or the USJ first? You know, I'll do the USJ for the next time because I am planning another what if besides what if Deku was had the All Spark, why not? Because I do have other what ifs to plan. And I'm kind of on a time limit. I don't have that much time left, so I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye. Yeet.